Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's a joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com to learn more and see me shoot a flamethrower. Lastly, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Going over to the business part of the podcast, you have the new Dodge Charger EV outselling the Toyota Supra, and it's a little soul-crushing to think that that actually happened. People are buying the Dodge Charger EV. More than the 18 people I originally projected, in fact. Now, this comes to us thanks to Motor1.com, where I will give you a visual disclaimer. You will have to see the Dodge Charger EV, which I guess it doesn't look terrible, but it's just kind of heartbreaking to think under that hood is a soulless nothingness. It's a frunk. And it's a Charger, which, let's be honest, should have a Hemi, good old V8 with a stick shift. But I partially digress. Here you can see, again, this is credited to Jeff Perez, who's a writer over there, saying, quote, the Dodge Charger EV is already outselling the Supra in 2025, but it's still far from being one of the top dogs in terms of sales. Well, yeah, no crap. Historically, the Dodge Challenger and Charger are some of the best-selling vehicles for the Chrysler Dodge portfolio, or now Stellantis. They still make hotcakes. You can't throw a brick without hitting one. The new one, I can't help but think it will, in terms of mass volume, they're going to lose money on that turd. I mean, not a gambling man, but if I were, I'd place some money on that bet. Now here you can see the Dodge Charger, which, oh, God. It needs a powertrain swap so badly. And the logo on the front is so stupid. But that's just my 3 cents. It used to be 2 cents, but 40-year hyperinflation gotta be 3 cents. In fact, let's make it copper pennies. Those are even more rare, made before 1986 and worth probably about 7 to 10 cents per penny. But nevertheless, ADHD aside, he says, quote, the new Dodge Charger Daytona EV rolled into dealerships last year, but is finally finding footing in 2025 with strong sales results. Yeah, not strong enough for them to make a profit, I don't think, but nevertheless. Through the first 3 months of 2025, Dodge has sold 1,947 examples of these electric muscle cars. Ooh, I almost threw up, sorry. Which means it's already outpacing some of the competitors. By comparison, Toyota sold 421 Supras this year. BMW has only moved 520 examples of the Z4. Subaru has sold 802 examples of the BRZ, and Mazda has sold just 1,146 Miatas. They say, interestingly, Dodge still managed to move 1,052 units of the outgoing Charger through the first 3 months this year, though the EV accounted for 65% of Charger sales. On the flip side, Ford has sold 9,377 of the Mustangs, the real one with the good old V8 and a stick shift, not the Mustang E-Mach, which also sad that's actually selling more than the original Mustang, but I partially digress. They say Chevrolet have sold 6,947 examples of the, 6,794 examples of the Corvette so far in 2025, which represents a 20.8% decrease compared to the previous year. Easy to reverse that trend. Give us a stick shift, GM. The first Corvette generation to ever only have an automatic transmission is an abomination to the Corvette history. Now they say even Toyota sold 2,777 examples of the slow-selling GR86. A little bit of a pun there because, again, it's the clone/sister of the Subaru BRZ. Same assembly line, it's collaboration between the companies. Slightly different body panels, places of plastic, and a little bit of interior differences. But yeah, we look at the heart of the engine, it's the Subaru. Hence, reliability being, not great. Now, they note that the GRE6 sold first 3 months 2025. It's the only big mover of the list with a 39.7% increase over the previous year. And here you can see some of those statistics down there, a little table I got there. Oh, another picture of the Charger. Now they say in an attempt to get more buyers through the door, Dodge recently offered a lease deal as low as $299 per month for the new Charger, as well as purchase discounts of up to $12,500. Oh my God. That's a pretty big discount, which I would argue just means you got your pricing wrong right off the bat with your MSRP or your manufacturer suggested retail pricing. You have to discount it $12,500. I mean, Dodge is the worst. Oh, Stellantis is the dumbest company when it comes to MSRP. A friend of mine, I was shocked they actually did buy a Dodge product. They bought the new Dodge Hornet, which is their SUV, which looks Yeah, but nevertheless, they got it for like 11,000 off list price. Like they are, which again, I guess it makes some people feel good to get a discount, quote unquote, but to me, just signals that their pricing is all wrong, or in this case, it's just a terrible product. Well, to me, so it's sad that it's like. Now that being said, the Supra, it's also on the way out. It was never a high volume seller to begin with. And it took a couple of years, but Toyota did listen to consumers and gave us a stick shift like it should have had from the beginning. So do respect Toyota for offering that finally, doing the research, development, manufacturing to get that option into the vehicle. But I mean, again, this thing will never even be a tenth of the total volume of units sold when you had the previous generation Challenger and Charger with the gas engines, where there is almost like, what was it, the old TI music video? You can have whatever you like. I definitely just dated myself, but it's one of those things where you get, I think the entry level Charger back in the day was like 30,000 or no, 26,000. It went all the way up to like $130,000. Like the most diverse portfolio of a car when it comes to different trim levels, options for engines, and what have you. I mean, they were so popular, and you only had to have like a credit score of 100 to get one too. That also helped. But yeah, it is sad that it actually is outselling the Supra, technically speaking. Well, yeah, it is. But will this be a big volume seller for the Stellantis portfolio? I think absolutely not. But let me know in the comments because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.